No place in particular. This is the Forever Road podcast featuring Bosco. He's a music lover, a historian, and a connoisseur of the obscure. Find us on some great platforms like iHeart, Spotify, and even more as we keep growing. Now, pointed down the Forever Road, here's Bosco.
Oh, you can see it. Right, welcome to Forever Road Podcast. Best worst thing you've never seen, and yeah, still trying to figure that out. Best worst thing you've never seen. Forever Road Podcast. I am Bosco. Usually join with me is Turtle, but it's kind of MIA at the moment. And y'all got to forgive me if you hear anything. This sounds like something whining. I picked this beauty up. Yesterday, the mascot of Forever Road Podcast. This is Lily. So, hey, Lily. This is Lily Mae. She said, hey, what's up, everybody? Picked her up from a friend of mine, man. Some of you know, many of you know, maybe, that my Black Lab Bandit got sick and passed away a little while back, and she's been not a handful, but she's a puppy. She's just a baby. But yeah, here I am. David J in the chats. Hey man, welcome in. Before we get started, I want to remind y'all, Forever Road Podcast on Instagram, Facebook. Go give it a like and follow. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Music. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for now. My nose is itching. My allergies have been kind of acting crazy in the last couple of days. It'll get cold and then it'll warm up. It'll get cold and warm up. Welcome to Georgia. But today, and furthermore, go ahead and get a few things out of the way if y'all don't mind, so we don't have to. Y'all know we're huge. Sorry. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, but I'm not quite there yet. Huge supporters of our men and women in the military. I'll go ahead and get this out of the way while I'm thinking about it. There's Lily Mae. She's over here whining beside me because I'm not holding her. She's just laying beside me. So there he is. We got Brother Turtle here. What's up, brother? We got David J in the chats. As many of you know, that Turtle is actually a veteran. There is a 501c3 nonprofit organization called Operation Tackle Box that we do ad reads for every episode because they are doing good for our veterans, helping veterans that are struggling with PTSD, anxiety, things like that. They still have the raffle on for another 19 more days. Matter of fact, happy December, everyone. So go online, buy your ticket for the raffle, the 2023 Polaris Ranger XP 1000 to one lucky winner. And there, December 20th, they will host a big event at the end of the giveaway and invite everyone out that purchased a raffle ticket. So yeah, Healing Through and invite everyone out that purchased a raffle ticket. And invite everyone out that. Hang on, let me. Okay. Like I said, Healing Through Reeling, combat veterans helping combat veterans. Facebook, Operation Tackle Box. Instagram at Operation_Tackle_Box. Family owned operated team. We focus full time on planning out fishing expeditions for our veterans. We have full plans for helping veterans get what they need. GI Bill, VA claims, absolutely anything and everything they can do, they will do. I'm not a military veteran, but Brother Turtle is. And they've helped him and others. So that's why it's important to me. Also, what's our other one? Sentinel Foundation. I try to remember how to pronounce it. Sentinel Foundation at foundationsentinel.org. Another 501c3 foundation, 501c3 foundation. They counter sex trafficking, children trafficking, and they also help crisis response. A great, or another one of those great organizations doing the most good. They're actually currently, I think they're still currently helping in the Western Carolina area with the hurricane victims. And all they got destroyed. I believe Tansy from Failure to Stop, and I think I saw Will Cray, who used to be on here with us. I saw Will Cray out there with Tansy in one of the videos. So a big shout out to Sentinel Foundation and Eric Tansy. If y'all want to, I know that there is a way to help to donate. I know that the cold is coming. As cold is kind of starting to settle in down here in middle Georgia anyway. And yeah.
It's getting chilly.
So those folks are going to need blankets and pillows and food and, other, yeah. Eric, David J in the chat says Eric and Will Cray were handing out turkeys. Sweet. Helping those folks have a good Thanksgiving.
How did they tell the difference?
So there you go in there, support the operations. Sentinel Foundation organizing efforts and taking action alongside other NGOs, which is non-governmental organization in Western North Carolina, on site helping people deal with the devastating aftermath of Hurricane Helene. Cleaning up. There's a ton of pictures. See if I can share this, which I should have done that to begin with.
Way to go.
Is it on there? Nope, it is not on there. Not that one. Wow. Hang on, I'll get it right here in a second. Wonder if it's this one. Yes. Right. See you guys out there putting the work in. I mean, there's trees and mudslides where homes, families' lives used to be. Look at that. Just a few pictures of guys out there putting the work in. It's a beautiful horse. Guys out there working. Like I said, you can't imagine, being home one day, storm comes through, and you're underneath rubble in your home where your home used to be. So there you have it, folks. Yeah, reach out to them. Donate if you can. If you're around this area, Tennessee area, North Georgia area, if you can, drive up there. Go see what you can do. Go see if you can put some help in. I might do that actually for Christmas. Just take one weekend, go up there, see what's up. You know? And if you want to get with me, contact me somehow through Instagram or foreverpodcast@gmail.com, and I'll put you in touch with the right people if you want to help donate, if you want to go up there and help and lend a helping hand. You know, so there is that. Sentinel Foundation at foundationsentinel.org and Operation Tackle Box. Is it .com or is it .org too?
.org.
.org. Anyway, what's up, Brother Turtle? It is December, brother.
Yep. If you notice, I rearranged for Christmas.
Where are you gonna put your tree at?
Top of the piano.
Top of okay. Right there in that corner where those two windows are, where the piano is.
Yep. We're just gonna fold the piano up and put it in the attic.
Usually people put it over there by the window that people driving by see there.
That's the front door right there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You've been over here 1,000 times, dude.
I'm our little mascot here. She is grumpy right now. I didn't feed her when I got home. She'll be okay though. I'll feed her after all this. So
rude.
Yeah, I know it. I stopped by and got some of that powdered puppy formula. I took her outside before I started recording this, so I don't know what she's rooting around for right now.
Attention. You don't love her enough.
Might have to hang on. Might have to step away and let her run out real quick. Hang on. Turtle, entertain.
Oh dear Jesus, you've ruined the channel. So anyway, I got some books. They're right there. Really good books. And fireplace. Comfy couches. A recliner right there. Pretty comfy. Yeah. We need an intern. Who wants to be an intern? You take the puppy out when he needs to take the puppy out, so he's not leaving me here to chat with you all. I wonder. I was looking for something, and now I don't know what I was looking for. Because it's not there. I don't even remember what we're supposed to be talking about. Not there.
All right. Sorry about that, everybody.
He did it. It was him right there.
You see the chats? Can you see the chats?
Yeah, they're up there.
I'm glad I took her out because she had to go potty. Now she's just laying here. That is a good question. I want are you listening to anybody listening to new music lately?
Nope.
I mean, Blackberry Smoke's got a new-ish album out. They've been releasing songs off of. That's pretty good stuff.
I just listened to Sirius XM Octane, and that's it.
Yeah.
If that's got new music on it, then yeah, but I don't know who it is. I don't know who is new and who is not anymore.
Yeah. And Marine's Blood is in the chats. David J's in the chats. So, and I heard you while I still got my earbuds in when I was outside.
We were talking.
I don't know what we were talking about. Those outlaws. Those
yeah, them too.
Those people who have had a few run-ins with the law. You had a run-in with the law there, Turtle?
No. I avoided all accidents.
Never been arrested?
No, not really. Not really. I can't say that I've been arrested, but I have been to jail. I have been locked up. But that was child support. I was never dumb enough to get caught doing anything else.
I've, as an adult, well, I got caught driving on a suspended license years and years and years ago. The state of Georgia does this wonderful, awesome thing where they suspend your license if you don't pay child support, or if you're behind a certain dollar amount on child support, even though you're paying child support.
Or if the female judge that's over your case is a total
female dog. Wow. Did you do that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
Can you actually hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it. Everybody else hear that?
Oh, this
He's
is
over here swearing up a storm, y'all.
Now I'm doing Morse code.
Yeah.
No, that lets me know that my soundboard actually can play through.
Nice.
Yeah, it's about to get interesting.
Oh, I found a name for the dog too.
Potato.
No.
Tater.
No.
Tater
It should
tot.
be potato too. Tater tot. I didn't think about that. No, it's Lily. It just one of those things just came to me.
You're a nerd.
Okay. I should have put a vote on.
I said that last night. That was one of the cute little names that would be typical.
Did you say Lily for real? Well, yep. I said Lily Mae, really, but I'm country like that, so I mean,
I'm not country either, but I played one in a movie one. In an advertisement.
One in the chat for Morse code. All right. So with so I got arrested back in 2012. Not paying child support or underpaying child support, as they put it. You know, it wasn't 2012, it was 2010. No, 2011. Somewhere, yeah, it was 2011. And it was right after I got hurt at the prison and I was still out on disability.
Parole. Yep.
And I had to when you're on disability, you don't get your full paycheck. So they were taking my full child support payment out of what little disability check I was getting. And, that was that. Anyway, so it wasn't, I was still owed a bunch, but, it kept flagging my license. I had to go up there like every 6 months or so. I owed a lot. I ain't gonna lie, I fell behind because of all that, dealing with the, disability and all. Anyway, so yeah, got pulled over, license suspended, went to jail, got out on the OR, and got all that, got it all squared away with child support, got it all squared away with the DMV, and got my license back. So I spent maybe 5 minutes in jail. Scariest 5 minutes of my life. But yeah, the cop that got me knew I was a corrections officer, and he knew that he didn't put cuffs on me. So I guess there's that. But yeah, tell my oof. Yeah, I am a huge not proponent. What's the other word? Opponent, I guess. I'm against child support through the government. I think it's wrong, but it's government sponsored collection agency. That's what that is. But we don't get political here, none of that jazz. I just have my experience, y'all. So, in recent events, if you haven't seen the news, y'all know I love music here. And one of my favorite stars recently got arrested, and he's looking at some serious time. Well, at least a couple years. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, we've been talking about it for the last week.
Yep. Just making sure you remembered. The
ain't
artist
that much older than you.
Jamie Johnson. Y'all might know him as the guy who sang the song In Color. He was a huge, not only he was an artist, but he was a great songwriter as well. He wrote the song Give It Away that George Strait did, Just Give It Away. Not the Red Hot Chili Pepper song.
Give it away, give it away, give it away. Sorry. I was trying not to, and then you mentioned it, so I had to.
Marine's Blood. Well, I couldn't tell. It's not like you have a podcast about music or anything. Thank you, Marine's Blood. So awesome.
Nope, we talk about furniture. Why I have so much of it.
I hate when you move. We have to help you move that piano.
No, I told you, it just folds up.
So do you know right off the top of your head? So Jamie Johnson was pulled over for speeding, and they found somewhere they didn't specify, but somewhere in the range of 4 ounces to 10 pounds of marijuana.
4 ounces to 10 pounds.
It was some charge, and apparently whoever wrote the article said due to this charge, it ranges from this to this, and he could look up to how many years in prison if convicted. 6 years. 6 years. I wrote it down last night. 6 years. Go ahead.
But if they didn't specify the amount that he was caught with.
Well, that's the news article. That's not saying that the police didn't specify.
Oh, I thought you were actually saying that that's what the charges.
Okay. Yeah. I tried to see what else he was charged with, and but I couldn't find any other articles on it other than he was arrested. The first article I saw, he was arrested. And then a few days later, it was released that he was pulled over for speeding. and then he was, speeding and marijuana. I was like, what? They took their time dragging that one out, didn't they? Oh, right? See, that's what I'm saying, David J. Said he just had two people piss hot in the Navy and they're able to stay. I mean, I know someone who pissed hot 3 times in the Army and got excused. So, I don't know. But it's kind of like, well, like I was looking into, let's say I got 4, 5, 6, maybe just some random stuff that I knew right off the top of my head. I jotted them down so I know who I was going to talk about next. Just people that have been arrested, got in trouble with the law. It's, you pull over Jamie Johnson and you smell weed in the car. Didn't
see that coming.
Right?
Why they pulled him over? Because he's Jamie Johnson.
They pulled him over for speeding. Okay, well, write him a speeding ticket. Leave that man alone. It's Jamie Johnson.
But it's not even that. No, he shouldn't be impaired on the road. Whatever.
No.
But they knew who he was before they pulled him over. Because he's been caught doing it before.
Yeah, if DOT, you can't play around. That's what I was. Thank you, Dan Atkinson. He's in the chats. You can't play around DOT. If you piss hot in a truck, you're done. There's no slap on the wrist. That's it. It don't matter, and it don't even matter if you're your own operator, like Dan is, owner operator. Done. It don't matter if you smoked it the night before in Colorado or California for that matter. It's over with. Littering and I misspelled that. Okay.
Better love on that baby.
Yeah, she's over here tucked in my arm. Ooh. I went and got some powdered formula for her. I'll mix in with her food. We get done here. Yeah, we ought to review that movie one day. Super Troopers. It's got cars in it. So do you know of any other artists or whatever that have been locked up, had trouble with the law or anything right off the top of your head?
Yeah, like tons of them.
So the next one I'll go to, it's like who?
Johnny Paycheck.
All right, go ahead.
Where are we going? No, what did he do?
Didn't he get in a fight with somebody and shoot dude in the head or something?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was something like that. I just had it up and I'm trying to find it now.
She's tucked right here under my
shooting
right.
A man, served 22 months before being pardoned by the Ohio governor, Richard Celeste.
Yeah, but Wesley Snipes isn't a music artist. I don't care. Wesley Snipes was cool as Blade, but that's about as far as it goes for me.
Charles Manson.
Well, I ain't talking about anybody that served serious time. Merle Haggard was actually in prison.
Yes, I was about to say
San Quentin.
Yep.
Says Merle Haggard was serving prison. He was in San Quentin serving time, troubled youth, teenage, rough upbringing, hard headed as all of us teenage boys were at one point.
Yep.
Serving time in 1958 saw Johnny Cash in San Quentin, and it changed his life. He said, "I know what I want to do with the rest." And I'm a huge Merle Haggard fan. I love Hag. I mean, if you're a real, if you really love some real music, Dan Atkinson. I think that's a different episode for another podcast. Which you think that they would do that? That would be funny. Plenty got trouble in the Hazard County speed trap. Yep. We should. Waylon Jennings was my top. When I heard about Jamie Johnson, it immediately made me think about Waylon Jennings. There's a song that he wrote called "Don't Y'all Think This Outlaw Bit's Done Got Out of Hand." Long title.
Slightly.
But it was, huh?
Said slightly.
Yeah. There was they were recording. Oh gosh, I can't remember what song in fact they were recording, but they were in Nashville. They were in the studio recording, and Waylon had a bad drug habit. He had a bad heroin habit. And we ought to we'll cover this again at some point when we do a Waylon Jennings episode, which I'd love to do, because not only does his life kind of crisscross into other music genres, but also into, as Dan and I know, also into the TV and movie, so Waylon Jennings was so much an outlaw that he walked out on the "We Are the World." He wanted to do his own thing his way. Because as he put it, ain't no good old boy sing Swahili. Waylon was not having a part of it. So Waylon Jennings, they're in the studio recording, and he had such a big, I don't know if it was cocaine or heroin. I want to say it was coke. He spent $1,500 a day. That is around $12,000 adjusted for inflation. $12,000 a day on drugs. And it was getting a little too hot, and I think one of his road managers or somebody suggested, hell, have this other person go and get the stuff and bring it here. Well, the DA or whoever it was, ATF, somebody, tracked the package back to the studio. And it was already back here in the back. And when they come busting in the door in the middle of them recording, one of the soundboard guys leaned back on the button so Waylon could hear everything that's going on out there. And he heard them talking about the drugs and all that other stuff. So Waylon tucked it down in his pants and went to the bathroom and flushed it in the commode. Commode is toilet for everybody else that's not Southern.
Come get your copy of the Southern Dictionary today. Just $29.95.
You like that?
Oh my God.
So Waylon goes back there and throws it in the, flushes it down the commode. And in the words of Waylon, if it ever was here, it ain't here no more. Waylon had a mean streak, man. Everything I've read, and that's why he got that. There's a song he did called "Lonesome, Ornery, and Mean." He had a mean streak. He just wouldn't put up with anybody's crap. So people thought he was mean. He'd speak his mind and he'd do what the hell he wanted to do. Nobody could tell him otherwise. And I think that's what makes the term that's where they, the outlaw music. Well, nobody can tell Waylon what to do. Nobody told Dwayne what to do. Nobody told Jimi Hendrix what to do. Hank Jr. on down the list. So that's why we keep coming. I find new, different artists that kind of keep going back into the same outlaw. It's kind of the same story. They get busted for doing something stupid. They serve some time, but it's the personality and the story itself as to what happened. It makes the difference. But let's see. Haggard, Paycheck, Jamie Johnson. I think.
Remember the artist Shaggy?
Pulling one up on George Jones. Have you seen that? I don't even know if the video's still out there on that.
I don't know. I might have. Remember the artist Shaggy?
Yeah.
I know it's not our music, but he served time.
Did he?
Yep. He was in the brig at Camp Lejeune.
What?
Served 3 years there, and then when he got out, he served 2 years in the civilian jail.
Dang, what did he do?
Drug charges. Go figure.
I mean, regardless of your personal beliefs about marijuana, law is still the law, and you can't do nothing about that. So,
oh yeah, especially 20 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, my personal beliefs about marijuana isn't, it kind of probably aligns up with everybody else's. I think it's a stupid law, but I don't smoke. I don't have anything against it either.
Only thing I have against it is a flame.
I think we got problems with Little Miss here. Hang tight.
You're leaving me with what's everybody doing? Oh, I can't do any of that anyway. But I was thinking, maybe I could just stick with the brick. Oh, God. Need a weather map. The weather. No. Who else? Who else did we have on my list? Looking out my back door. Not that guy. Ike Turner. He'd been arrested at least a few times. That's too old to even talk about. Phil Rudd. Bosco. Phil Rudd. Anybody know? No? Phil Rudd. Former drummer of AC/DC.
All right. I think Phil Rudd got in some serious trouble, wasn't he?
Yep. 2015.
He said guitarist David Carell. Oh, dear God. David. Go, boys. Merry Chrysler and happy Honda days. All right, Dan, take care. Keep it keep between the ditch and the yellow line. Or the white and the yellow line. How about that? Where you at? Did you go down to Mario's place or something?
I'm in the basement. I was looking for cold beer. Forgot it's in the garage, so I'm gonna hang out here for right now. But yeah, he got into some really bad trouble.
Let's see.
Sentenced to and currently serving 8 months of house arrest and a $120 million New Zealand dollar fine in 2015 for threatening to kill and possession of meth and marijuana.
There's that one where George Jones runs from the law on the lawnmower.
Yeah. Yep. That's the one I heard.
Yep. Now, see, there's this story right here. It says, one of the reasons George was so revered by country music community is because he sang how he lived. He lived what he sang. It was a troubled soul with deep heartache that you could hear through his singing. Oh, dear God, and man. He Stopped Loving Her Today is probably the saddest song, if I'm not mistaken, the saddest song I've ever heard.
I don't know about sad, but I think it's beautiful.
It is, man, but I don't know.
It's truthful. It's honest. It's wholesome. It's a heartfelt song. Oh, that baby.
Yeah, you hear her?
Yeah, I hear her. Everybody in the whole chat hears her.
Wonder what everybody else's opinion is. He stopped looking at her today.
One of the greatest American songs ever written.
No Show Jones missed 54 shows in 1979 alone. Who was finally able to overcome his demons with the help of specifically Waylon Jennings. Imagine that. Greg Allman said the same thing. Waylon was the one that got him started in getting cleaned up. Waylon told Greg, he said in the best Waylon voice, Hoss, all two drunks need is all you need for quitting alcohol is 2 drunks in a coffee pot. Even in Greg's book, My Cross to Bear, he says it. He gives credit to Waylon Jennings after his 95 rock and roll inducted. I can't even talk. She's over here whining. Hang on. I ain't gonna go away this time. Little girl. Lily Mae.
All she wanted, she just wanted to be loved.
I'm just a baby. But
get you a blanket, wrap it over your shoulders, kind of roll her in it. That'll get you
one of those
hoodie. Yeah, those little bombas or whatever they call them.
See, she wants to climb back up here.
Yeah, because it's warmer up there. The only place you got hair. Damn sure ain't got no hair on your ass.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So Waylon, George Jones, as everybody knows, he was married to Tammy Wynette, and
lucky.
Taking cues from his ex-wife Shirley, Tammy hid the keys from George to their car, and he had been down that road before. Wynette woke up. Tammy woke up 1 a.m. to find George missing. I got in the car, drove the nearest bar 10 miles away. When I pulled in the parking lot, there sat our riding lawnmower right by the entrance. He drove the lawnmower right down the main highway. Yep. And he looked up and said, "Well, fellas, here she is now, my little wife. I told you she'd come after me." There is one, and I won't play it here, but there's one video of George Jones getting pulled over on the lawnmower. I think he was actually on the lawnmower. He got pulled over, and
That's what sparked all the vines or the memes of people riding the lawnmower drunk.
Yeah,
Sparked it. I mean, it's still out there. Look.
Yep, there's a video out there of George Jones actually getting pulled over by the actual police and arrested, and he was belligerent. "Don't you know who I am?" "Yes, sir, Mr. Jones. We know who you are." You quit being stupid. Get off the lawnmower. I think Johnny Cash served some time too, didn't he? What else you got? You go now. Your turn.
Tag, you're it. Chuck Berry.
One of the kings of rock and roll.
Yep. Served 3 years for transporting a minor across state lines.
Dang. Here she is, folks.
Lindsay Lohan.
Nah, she don't count. You call that music?
No, I don't call that serving a sentence either. She was sentenced to 2 months of prison for jewelry theft, but due to overcrowding, she served 35 days of house arrest instead. Oh my God, don't lock me up in my mansion. I'll never have anything to do. Peter Yarrow from Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Really?
Yeah, but I won't tell you what he did.
Okay.
Or who pardoned him. You can look that one up. Who else I got? Sid Vicious.
Jelly Roll. Okay, go ahead.
Well, yeah, of course, Jelly Roll. Sid Vicious.
Yep.
He was arrested. Overdosed 2 days after, the next day after getting released.
Yeah, his mom bailed him out, and then they say she gave him the.
She went and got it for him. She didn't give it.
Yeah.
He did it himself. Billie Holiday, American jazz singer.
Yes, they say she was a Spitfire too, dude.
Spitfire.
What did Billie Holiday do?
What didn't she do? Possession of narcotics. She was sent to jail for an undetermined amount of time. Served 10 months and was released in 47. And 11 years later, arrested for heroin possession while she was literally on her deathbed.
I mean, why go that far? Here she is. Huh. P. Diddy ain't no outlaw. He's from the suburbs. Sean Combs is an outlaw. Joe Strummer of the Clash. The Clash. I can't name one song of the Clash or that I know of. What song did they do? Or what? Oh, that's why I didn't really get into them. The British punk. Let's see. Hmm.
Jim Morrison.
Yeah, he got arrested for peeing on the Alamo, didn't he?
Well, there's that. He also
Oh.
got arrested for inciting a riot.
Jim Gordon, drummer for Traffic and Eric Clapton's Derek and the Dominoes. He got arrested for murder. Suffering from paranoia, he attempted to treat with drugs and alcohol. Imagine that. His fellow musicians and girlfriends began to notice his behavior growing increasingly irritable. Then he started hearing voices. They were giving me good little pointers: how to take care of the house, how to take care of myself, how to shop. I was glad for the help. I heard them all the time, would tell me if I was doing right or wrong. It's called your conscience. I so wanted to say something more harsh than that. Then he started hearing his mother's voice that told him to kill her. June of '83, showed up at the door, hit her with a hammer. Damn, bro. That's not funny. I'm just like, God.
Hit the nail right on the head.
Yeah. Jelly Roll, we ain't got to talk about that. Swedish black metal band.
Yeah, those guys. Which ones? There was two different bands. In '94, there was
Swedish black metal band, Dissection. The lead singer, founding vocalist, and lead guitarist, John.
They burned down the church.
No,
that's the. Yeah. They killed a gay Algerian man.
Yeah.
Him and who was the other? Faust.
You said Faust?
Yep.
Faust. I read that one. Yeah.
That was his buddy. There was other information involved in that case. That was a trippy case. I don't think them two did it. I think it was done by somebody else.
She was cuddled up right here where my hand is. Y'all see her?
Yep.
She was asleep.
Yep.
Spoiled rotten. I think Hank Jr. got hemmed up. Somebody.
He was locked up in Macon for 2 nights.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago. Most recently, I'd say recently.
Hank Williams?
Hank Williams Jr. He was locked up in 2006 when a waitress claimed that he tried to choke her out because she, in her words, she wouldn't kiss him. And, he put up a defense, and as soon as and he was arrested for it. He went back home, turned himself in, and the timeline didn't add up to where he was at place and time and all that, and they dropped the case. But he did serve. He went to jail. He got in trouble for it. They were trying to pin him for sexual assault. Some waitress at some Applebee's. So, fellas, y'all watch out for them Applebee's.
I mean, it's Applebee's.
I don't know if it's Applebee's or Waffle House, but gosh,
That lady.
Johnny Rotten. Yeah, Johnny Rotten.
Yeah, Johnny Rotten. He's definitely been arrested a couple of times.
That was a guy that took Sid Vicious' place, right? Or were they in the Sex Pistols all together? I don't know. I don't know nothing about punk history, so
Not really. John Bonham.
John Bonham was arrested?
Yes.
I don't believe it.
Spent a night in jail shortly before Led Zeppelin's performance at the Texas International Pop Festival in 1969. He got drunk the night before. He'd fallen down some stairs. He'd broken his toe or his ankle, been taken to the hospital and put in a plaster, and then they put him in jail for being abusive.
He's a mean drunk. Ooh. I also got arrested in 1977 in Oakland, California on assault charges.
Who?
Occurred after the show, John Bonham.
Oh, yeah.
The arrest occurred after the show at the Oakland Coliseum. It was to be Led Zeppelin's last U.S. performance. Imagine seeing Led Zeppelin in concert, though. Man.
Wouldn't that be something?
Like the original lineup. Just kind of like seeing the the original Skinner and Allman Brothers.
Like, go back in time and actually see that shit.
I don't know. For me, I think I'd have to go see. If I had a time machine, I'd have to go see the Allman Brothers band live.
Well, no shit. We all knew that answer was coming.
Yeah. I don't know who else. I mean,
David Crosby. He was arrested.
What, for being a damn hippie?
No, for freebasing cocaine and possessing a .45 handgun at a nightclub.
Oh, shit.
He was doing rock star shit, man. It was sex, drugs, and rock and roll. He started with the drugs and forgot about the other two. He got them in the wrong order.
Yeah, Jerry Lee Lewis, he was arrested and what was he arrested for? That's the other one I didn't get a chance to look up. I knew he got arrested, but I can't remember why. I think
Axl Rose was a juvenile delinquent.
Jerry Lee Lewis went through a couple, I think his first or second wife's, or maybe it was his second wife and third wife ended up both dead from mysterious circumstances.
But wasn't his first wife his 14-year-old cousin? Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think the second and third wife I think he got married more than a couple times. My bro, I'm tapped out at 2. I don't know.
I was tapped out before the first one. I didn't want to get married, but I was trying to do the right thing because she got pregnant.
Yeah. He was described as rock and roll's first great wild man, pioneer rock and roll, which I give him that. Pioneer rock and roll and rockabilly music. And his first recording, Louisiana. Yeah, Myra Gale was his 13-year-old first cousin once removed. What does that mean?
Cousin by marriage, I guess. I don't know. I don't. Either way, it's still his freaking cousin. It's gross.
Yeah, and she's 13. Come on, homie. We're gonna need for you to do better.
No, he couldn't do it. Didn't try.
Public intoxication. There. I'm gonna try to say that again.
Yep.
Hang on.
Public hey, have another one, dude.
Yeah.
In fact, I might walk to the garage and get me one.
September 29th, 1976, his 41st birthday. He fired a .357 Magnum at a Coke bottle in his bedroom. The bullet ricocheted, accidentally hit bass Butch Owens in the chest. Owens survived. Damn. Whew.
I was just playing, dude.
He was arrested. Yeah. My bad, homie.
Why'd you get shot, man? I was just playing.
Why are you standing there?
Man, now you got these people with the flashy lights. What the hell?
November 23rd, 1976, he was arrested outside Graceland, just like David J was saying.
I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know, but I remember hearing
for allegedly intending. Yeah, I remember that. He ran the gate at Graceland and he wanted to shoot Elvis.
Yep.
Lewis said that reclusive Presley had been trying to reach him and finally did on November 23rd, imploring him to come out to the house. Lewis replied that he would if he had time, but he was busy trying to get his father Elmo out of jail. When your dad's name is Elmo, I mean, how good is his life?
You backwoods.
My dad. Do what?
You backwoods country. Damn, you're not quite up in the hills where they're running the rum.
Well,
or the moonshine.
I mean, they're from.
If you're down in the bayou.
Yeah, that's some bayou folks, man. You know how things are down there.
In this swamp.
Elmo out of jail in Tunica for driving under the influence. Imagine that. Later that night, he was at Memphis nightclub called The Vapors, drinking champagne, and then somebody gave him a gun. First of all, I had to question him. I'm sorry, this is going to sound judgmental, but if you, Turtle, or let's say Marine's Blood comes over and looks at me and goes, "Hey, man, you have any champagne?" I'm going to worry about him. Oh, champagne? What? All this whiskey and bourbon I have here in this house, you going to ask for champagne? Okay.
I'm a cheap drunk.
Marine's Blood said he's trying to reach Elvis about his car's extended warranty.
Yep, that's the way they did it in the old days.
Worry about your Cadillacs, Elvis. Make sure they're taken care of. He's out there yelling at Elvis, "Come outside. We're friends. I ain't trying to hurt you."
You big dummy.
Elvis, watching on the closed circuit television, told the guards to call police. Memphis PD found the gun and put a protesting, threatening Lewis away, took him away in handcuffs. The cops asked Elvis, "What do you want us to do?" Elvis told him, "Lock him up. That hurt my feelings. To be scared of me, knowing me the way he did was ridiculous." Those were Elvis's words. He was charged with carrying a pistol in public drunkenness, released on $250 bond. His defiant mugshot was wired around the world, and Elvis died 9 months later. Damn. I know that time Johnny Cash got popped for all the what they call black jackets, yellow jackets, the the pills.
Yep.
Of course, that's you can see that in that movie, Walk the Line.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, since you don't drink, okay. I'm sorry, Marines Blood too. I was just using you for example because your name was right there, buddy. The threat was his car's warranty expiring. No.
Keith Richards, he got arrested.
Yep. One of the Beatles got arrested twice
Paul McCartney.
for the same thing. I think he got arrested. He got busted in Japan for marijuana possession.
Yep.
And I don't remember where else. Was it Japan again the second time?
Yep.
Dumbass. Well, maybe they won't. Maybe they won't search my bag this go round. Ron White, the comedian. I know he doesn't do music, but he's just kind of in that,
Outlaw
Michael Jackson.
comedian.
Michael Jackson's not an outlaw.
Yeah, but he was never convicted of anything. He settled out of court.
He did get arrested though.
He's been arrested 1,000 times. I've been arrested a bunch of times.
That's what I'm saying. You have run-ins with the law. If you've been arrested, then yeah.
But I never really I never had like run-ins. I just happened to be there. I was not a part of those 10 guys beating up those 3 guys for assaulting a female. I just happened to be there.
Well,
Holding the video camera. But whatever. Your Honor.
What about you, Marines Blood? I think Marines Blood is probably too
young. He hasn't lived long enough to experience fun stuff like that.
Oh, that's right. He is young, isn't he? He's probably too sophisticated to waste his time in tomfoolery like that.
Yeah, he's not wild and adventurous. I mean, he is a Marine. But
Thought you had to be at least half crazy to.
They signed the paperwork.
What were we talking about? Your Marines got crayons. Law enforcement guys got permanent markers. And they told us that there was scent markers.
I thought it was Crayola shaped donut. Because a lot of Marines end up becoming cops. Nikki Sixx.
Y'all got. Yeah, Nikki Sixx. Yeah. Him and his front man. What was that dude's name?
Neil manager.
Neil.
Doc McGee. Mick Mars.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Axl Rose. David Bowie.
David Bowie got arrested?
Yeah. He was busted alongside Iggy Pop when cops found out about half a pound of marijuana in their hotel room. But he was eventually released on a $2,000 bail. Charges against him were later dropped. But speaking of Iggy Pop.
Okay.
Him and Janis Joplin. Great artist.
Yep, she got arrested.
November 16th, 1969.
I don't know. Janis Joplin. Yep. All right. I guess we'll do this last final one, and then we'll call it here.
Well, we're not gonna do the.
Huh?
We're not gonna do the racing side either.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna do one more band, and then we'll move on. March 22nd, 1971, the Allman Brothers Band and some members of the road crew found themselves on the wrong side of the law. I actually know the story. They were on the tour after their Live at Fillmore East. Their Live at Fillmore East album, which if anybody in the chats have never listened to that album before, please do. It's one of the greatest live albums you'll ever listen to. I know it sounds a little biased, but oh well. So they're riding around in rural Alabama. And who was it? I think it was Kim Payne, one of their roadies. Had said they were going to start taking some back roads, and they was going to stop at this little redneck diner. And Kim had told him, it was either Kim Payne or Tuffy Phillips. I think it was Tuffy, one of the other roadies. Your main characters as far as roadies with the Allman Brothers Band is Kim Payne, Tuffy Phillips, and Red Dog. Red Dog had a character appearance in the movie Almost Famous.
No.
They used the guy as Red Dog in that movie. So anyway, so they're riding around rural Alabama, and they're all stoned and whatever out of their mind, and they pull over. Well, they get stopped because, rural Alabama, late 60s, early 70s, or in this case, 71 in rural Alabama. Riding through town, some long hairs, they get stopped. And one of them was throwing up. I don't remember who got sick. I think it was Dickie Betts was throwing up. And they had them all get out of the car. They all lined up. And they all got hauled to the police station. And no, they stopped at the diner. And when they got out, Dickie was sick. And they all lined up and all that. And the cops was already eating in the diner. So what's going on with these long-haired hippies? I wonder what they're doing. In BFE, right?
So that's usually where all that happens.
So line takes them all in and all that. And one of the cops is standing, this is a true story. One of the cops standing there looking at the dope and all that, and Kim Payne, and Tuffy goes, well, he hears him go, well, I think that's what they call heroin. And Red Dog goes over, let me see that. Yep, it was. And he got rid of it. So, yeah. Not condoning drug use at all.
Just not like that. Story. Oh.
Yep. It was.
That's an owl moment. That's a definite owl moment. Oh, that hurts my head.
Yeah, there's no good hippies these days anymore. No. You're correct, David J. Yeah, I see some of the hippies that were hanging out with the brothers back then, how they are now, and man, they
rough.
Democrats, believe it or not, y'all probably believe it. Anyway, so yeah, that's one arresting story. But yeah, there's pictures up at the big house in the museum of all of them cheesing it, holding their little, their number signs. Inmate number da 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 da.
Yep.
I think Phil Walden and the road manager. Oh Lord, what's his name?
I don't know none of them. So
I can't think of his name right now. Bailed him out of jail, but yep, he got charged down to arrested on drug possession charges, and they were later reduced to disturbing the peace. Paid fines and court costs. There was one other one, a big case, which I think if I do, I could almost do a Greg Allman episode by himself.
yes, you could. You could. Not very many other people could, but you could.
Well, I think I'll do that. I'll do that in the future. But we are creeping up to our third season of this podcast, and I'm still having fun with it. I hope everybody in the chats and all of our listeners are as well. So let's go on to the second part of this thing. Who do you think? Who's famous in racing or in automotive that got in trouble?
I'll go ahead and take the most famous.
Go ahead.
Randy Lanier.
All right.
How about that?
He was the one that was doing the IMSA races back in the early '80s.
We talked briefly about him, didn't we?
Yeah, we got he got arrested in '88 for all the smuggling he was doing.
There was one guy
just to fund his racing.
Wow. Bad Sport. It's on Netflix if anybody wants to watch that.
Which one's that?
About Randy Lanier.
Oh, yeah.
Hippie and small-time pot dealer Randy Lanier funds his passion for auto racing by taking his weed racket to new heights.
Yep. I feel
and it came out.
The need for weed.
Jimmy Johnson and Dale, neither one of them got in trouble by law. I know that Senior didn't. Not really.
He didn't get caught.
Now, Junior Johnson.
Greg Biffle.
What did Greg Biffle get in trouble for? Well, I'll look up real quick the story about Junior Johnson.
Putting cameras in his ex-wife's house.
Oh.
Well, in their house before they were actually divorced.
I mean, why would he get in trouble for that?
They were installed without her knowledge, violating her privacy.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
It was their house, though. It was funny. Kurt Busch.
Well, I can't hold you in tight. I'm sorry. She's not happy.
I told you, man. Get you a little baby carrier thing.
Yeah, dude. I think she's younger than what, like we said earlier. I think
5 weeks.
Younger than what. For those of you that didn't see her, this is
Potato.
This is Lily Mae. She's a runt. She's got little legs. Got to see her follow me around the yard. It's funny.
Little bounce.
I honestly think our outside cat Willow was like, she was watching her. What is that?
What the hell is that?
That's a big old rat. Willow was not impressed, to say the least. Junior Johnson, Robert Glenn Johnson Jr., rather, major. I mean, he won 50 NASCAR races in his career before retiring in 1966. I mean, a moonshine runner. I don't think he actually got arrested for. I don't think he actually did get arrested for running moonshine. But
Earnhardt's grandfather did.
not
Junior-
Ralph, but
Junior talked about it in one of his podcasts. That's how his whole family got into racing to begin with.
that's how NASCAR got its start.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's how they got into it, was running whiskey through the mountains. Or his dad, his grandfather, I don't know. Somebody, he said. He said it, not me. I don't know. That's the only driver I found was Randy Lindy.
He did. Junior Johnson did get he did get arrested for moonshining in 1956. December 26, 86, Ronald Reagan granted Johnson a presidential pardon for that conviction. In response to the pardon, which restored his right to vote, Johnson said, "I could not imagine anything better." There is a movie about him, The Last American Hero. And Jeff Bridges stars as Junior Johnson. So, very good. I need to watch that movie again. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
TV's for people with boring lives. I just go do the things you see on TV. on video games.
You got anything else?
High fives for everybody.
Yep. I did the our 2 ad reads. Y'all go visit those again before we wrap this thing up. Remember Operation Tackle Box and Sentinel Foundation at foundationsentinel.org, operationtacklebox.org. Find us at Forever Road Podcast on Instagram. Actually, it's Podcast Forever Road because I had to redo the Instagram for the podcast, but it's out there. I tag it all the time on Facebook. Give this video a like. Y'all click like, click subscribe. Like is over here, subscribe is over here. I think, yeah. And I think likes under me, subscribes under Turtle, something like that. It's flipped, I think. I don't know. Y'all have a great week. Thanksgiving was awesome. Matter of fact, before we get out of here, did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yes, we highly enjoyed our hamburgers and hot dogs.
Hamburgers and hot dogs. That's why I mentioned it. I wanted you to say it. We had fried turkey at my buddy Chris's house, and I came home and I had made my dressing the night before or that morning and put it, got it warmed up and all that, and then we had Thanksgiving here.
No, I gave my Thanksgiving dinner away to a family that didn't have one.
That's awesome, man.
Yep.
Buttered curry with naan. Wow.
Interesting.
Where are you at?
Damn
Jay,
it,
are you in the Middle East somewhere?
Damn, now I want to go out to Smiley's and get some flan.
Some flan. Yeah. I'm well, be a little different scenario next year for Thanksgiving for me. So I'll probably do steaks.
We're doing smoke something on the smoker
So-
outside. Hold on.
If you want to do steaks at my house for Thanksgiving, you know.
Come on.
But yeah, so still working on this. Still got to clean this place up, get my house sold, and then buy another house. I don't know what part of the Middle Georgia area I'm going to be.
You gonna move in back there when I kick Jerry out?
Sure, why not?
No, I ain't gonna do that shit.
So, I will see y'all in a week. I don't know what our topic will be next week. We'll come up with something.
Male pattern baldness.
I have an idea. I'll text you. It's well, we didn't do a monthly movie review because we didn't record last weekend. That would have been this weekend. So next weekend we'll do a monthly movie review, and I'm excited about this one.
Polar Express. No? All right.
We should do a Christmas movie.
I mean, it is December.
Yeah. And she's over here twitching, dreaming in her sleep, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, anybody? You got anything else? Any dad jokes?
No dad jokes.
All right. Well, let's get out of here.
I got these pedals though.
All right. Night, y'all. Y'all have a great week. I'll see y'all in the chats later on. Till next time, road goes on forever. Let your soul shine. I love y'all. Peace.
Thanks for riding with us on the Forever Road podcast with Bosco. Hey, you can find and follow us at Instagram and Facebook, or just drop us a line or a question anytime at foreverroadpodcast@gmail.com. See you next time on the Forever Road podcast.